The Grey Man Podcast is a veteran-run platform dedicated to sharing authentic experiences from current and former service members. These stories are shared to foster connection, understanding and support within the veteran community. Episodes may contain raw, emotionally charged content that some listeners may find distressing. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions expressed by guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the Grey Man Podcast, its host or affiliated partners. The Grey Man Podcast assumes no liability for any statements, opinions or representations made by guests during interviews or discussions.
I'll make it home alive. Oh, hey, Dad, remember that young boy you once taught how to fight? He's scared of death and still...
G'day, thanks for joining us here for another episode of the Grey Man Podcast. I'm your host, Harley Fox, and today I'm joined by Paul Archer. Paulie has had quite the life from childhood abuse and violence, working through to joining the Australian Army. He then left on his own terms and worked in several different roles, but in the meantime he was battling with drug addiction and moved into a bit of a life of criminality, finding the criminal underworld of Brisbane. He ended up going to prison, did 3 years and 6 years parole for a 9-year sentence. But during his time in incarceration, he used it to advance himself, to get uni degrees, courses, read hundreds of books, and what we'd call the parole officer's wet dream. He has fully reformed and turned his life around to opening starting a multi-million-dollar company in landscaping, and has done great things in giving back to the veteran community and to prisoners in helping them navigate their own reform. Amazing chat with Paulie today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button on YouTube or Spotify to help the channel grow. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the show. This podcast is brought to you by BAC, Baldwin Advocacy and Claims. The Grey Man Podcast is proud to partner with Kai and his team. More about that during the show. Paulie, welcome, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having us.
No worries. Thanks for coming. Bit of, like you're saying, bit of podcast tag, fucking getting it organised.
Yeah, I think it's like the fourth time we've had to reschedule, but we finally got there.
You're doing a bunch of renos on your house.
Yeah, got to feel like we're just going nuts. Have you watched the Block?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Hell Week? It's like that real heavy, intense week on the block.
Yeah.
Imagine that for like 5 months straight. That's where we're at with the renos. So
yeah, right. Almost done or done?
We'll be done in about 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So we're listing it next week.
Yep.
And then we're getting ready to do my mate's place who's helped us out with the renos, do my mum's place, and then we're moving to New South Wales.
What's down there?
We're buying farmland. So we're buying off a 28 hectare block in Dorrigo. It's got a river going through it, waterfalls, and we're going to create a homestead. Looking to get into agritourism, still keep the landscaping business going, and going to do some little offshoots of like arbouring, so tree cutting and odd jobs here and there, and chicken farming too. Yeah, right. So we're going to tie in with Painey.
Cool. He does that up here.
Yeah, the chicken eggs and the little chicklings and ducklings and stuff. So yeah,
nice. Have you always been into the farm life? Have you grew up like that?
I grew up gardening a little bit at home, and then got away from it all for a while, and then it wasn't until prison when I got back into it. And then won a few awards whilst I was at a work camp in prison.
Yeah, right.
And then from there, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do this when I get out. I had no idea what I was doing, and I was like, all right, I like this. I'm pretty good at it from the get-go, so let's have a crack at it. And man, I'm building a 7-figure landscaping business within 4 years. Like Tuesday this week was 4 years from getting out of prison.
Yeah, nice. Fucking prison. We've mentioned that on the podcast a couple of times that we have veterans have the highest rate of suicide, but something people don't really realise is that there's also the highest rate of incarceration.
Exactly. So just we'll touch on it as we talk later, but we've touched on nearly 170 veterans over 3 years doing programs in prison. Nice. For incarcerated veterans. With the 8th Mile Consulting Group. They started that, and I was a subcontractor as the lived experience mentor for them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's a very high ratio of veterans that are actually in prison. Yeah. And when you think of it from a societal view, like you don't want trained soldiers in the underworld. Like I knew some of the shit I was about to do when they got me, man. Fuck, you don't. It's dangerous. you don't want soldiers in the criminal world addicted to drugs. It's just a recipe for fucking disaster, right? It's not good.
Yeah, you don't realise, but I guess it makes sense. You're looking, it's that brotherhood and camaraderie of, bike gangs and criminal sort of organisations where you have that close knit and high octane sort of.
Yeah, like the value sets. You look at value sets for like army and bike.
Look after each other.
Yeah, loyalty, respect, all
and,
these things. And then it comes down to morality, I guess. It's like you still kill people in the army, but like bikies might go do bad shit. Like it's a bad it's a bad world to be in. I'm glad I'm out of it.
Yeah.
And I guess my story as I talk about it won't excuse it, but it sort of explains how I got to where I was. And then hopefully the lessons I can get out of, or the lessons I can give out of this to people is if they're at a certain point early on in my life where I was through addiction or trauma and all these other things, that they might be able to go, hey, fuck, like, let's stop now before I get to that,
Yeah. So how old are you now?
36.
Okay. So let's go back then. Go back to little Paulie.
Little Paulie.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up I was born in Mount Warrigal near Shell Harbour in New South Wales, South Coast.
Yep. Mum and dad?
Yeah, mum and dad. Childhood was rough. It was really rough, and I'm happy to talk about it because for men in particular, I suffered a lot of sexual abuse as a child by a parent too, my dad.
Yeah, right.
From early ages of life, first couple of years. And then it got to a point where mum took me and my brother away. Last memory I had of him was holding a gun to her head as she's fleeing with us. And we fled to northern New South Wales from there. And then what followed from that was a series of domestic violence attacks, which, in the early years of your life, your first 7 years, your formative years of your life, shapes your adulthood. And I didn't have a childhood at all. It was just living in survival mode. So there was an incident not too long after we moved up there where I remember waking up and like I was maybe 5 years old. We had the window open and there was this tapping on the window, like this tap, 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 tap. I woke up and seen a silhouette of a great man there. I was like, fuck, like shit myself, I was like hospitalised, physical, sexual abuse, all this from the age from 1 to 3. Got away from that, go there, and then it's sort of like, oh, fuck. I remember just sneaking out of my bed. Mum was always sleeping on the couch, and I woke her up and I'm like, there's a man at the door, and she's like, grabs his grey knit cricket bat, goes in the door and just chases the cunt in the street. I'm like, fuck. But then after that, 2 weeks later, we came home from school, and that house was just burnt to the ground, complete ashes gone.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so that was the start of it. And then...
How do you know the 1 to 3 stuff? When did you find
court documents.
When did you find that out?
Not too later in life, maybe 4 or 5. So I had, and like I have certain memories of it still. But I've read all the court documents, just for closure of myself, just to know what actually happened, because it did kind of fuck me up a fair bit through life. And you have a lot of like that shame, guilt, why me, like a lot of...
So even though there's no direct memories of it, you still sort of have those... Like there's still something in you that sort of puts it somewhere that you...
Yeah, you compartmentalise it and block it away. And
yeah, right.
Yeah, so that was quite challenging. And then we had the house torched, and then we went and lived in a shed, like I'm talking metal, fucking hot.
So this is mum and brother, so 3 of you?
Yeah, me, younger brother, Ryan, and then my mum. So we moved into a shed for a couple of months whilst she was finalising the divorce and all that sort of things. And then... then coming from school one day, the car was stolen, torched, and then...
Where are you living?
We're living up near Alstonville, near Lismore.
Okay.
So...
Pretty bad area at the time.
It's rough as guts, that area. And then, then there was an abduction attempt of me and my brother at a park. And because by this point, like, we're little wild fucks, man, like picking up rocks, throwing, and then after that, we had to change our name. Like not by deed poll, so we changed it. And then from there, like it sort of fizzled out. Like we had a bit of stability after that, but that was probably...
Was it people that you knew that were coming after you?
Family, yeah, dad on his side. So,
okay.
Yeah. So that was sort of like the childhood phase of it wasn't, growing up in love and nature and nurturing guidance. It was just fear and survival.
Survival mode, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not.
Were you and your brother real tight?
Yeah, we were pretty tight growing up. We've had our phases, as most boys do. You've had the old punch-ons here and there. And, he's a little rat bag too, but like I'll give Mum credit. Like, you know what? She did her best, like raising two little wild boys on her own. So, it wasn't the greatest childhood. We grew up in pretty bad poverty.
How did she get sort of mixed up in all that? Was she into drugs and alcohol?
No,
and
stuff, she was fine. I think like she turned to alcohol after all that. But she always made sure that we had everything we needed for sports, for school, what we could. Some days we'd go without food, like just because she was struggling to get money to pay the mortgage and do things like that. So, but she always put in for us.
Yeah, nice. And why was your dad such a piece of shit?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Never knew him.
Yeah,
don't want to know.
Don't know much about him.
No, I don't know much about him. Don't really care too much.
You know if he's still alive?
No, he died 2019.
Oh yeah.
So.
There's a fucking, he went out a party.
Yeah.
Pissed on his grave.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then, going from there, things sort of stabilised, got into, because obviously I had a lot of, unresolved trauma from my childhood. So, like, just needed an outlet. And then I got into, like, rugby league, rugby union, cricket, did cadets as well.
Yeah.
And cadets
Army
or Air Force. Don't touch me.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, because my cousin was a fighter pilot, and then initially I was like, oh fuck yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
And then did that, and then I was like, did that for a few years, and it sort of sparked a bit of an interest in the army. And from there I was like, fuck it, I'm doing the army, it'd be good. So dropped out of high school in year 11, and then went and joined the army at 17.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking, were you what were you doing before that? Were you working from a young age as well to help out around the house?
I worked around the house and whatnot. I got a job doing car audio installations, like subwoofers and CD players and stuff like that, paying like $6 an hour or some shit.
Were you a little criminal?
Oh man, I was getting a bit of a rat bag stage in the teenage years before the army, like just little driving around, throwing eggs at people, giving big night, just like a little rat
just
bag.
Being a fucking
just
menace.
being a fuckwit, yeah. And then there was, I remember one time, like 3 weeks before I joined the army, I got a phone call from Mum. She's like, "Get the fuck home." I'm like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" And this cop's waiting. I'm like, "Oh fuck, what have I done?" And then it shows me this photo. It's from McDonald's, like the camera at the front. Like, so one of the chicks we went to school with, she used to serve at Macca's. And you go and pay your 50-cent cone, and she'd give you like this big 1 kilo box of flakes. And here's like this photo of me just grabbing these flakes, putting it in the car. And he's just like, "Do you know what this is?" I'm like, "I thought it was a special." Like, trying to play dumb. He's just like, "Come on, mate."
What are you? Someone that gives me flakes, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, he's like, "It's called possession of stolen goods." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And then he's like, "But your mum tells me you're joining the army soon." I'm like, "Yeah, like in 3 weeks." And he's like, "Look, I was a bit of a rat bag like yourself." And he's like, "Then I joined the army and I turned out pretty good." I was like, so he's like, "I'm going to let you off with a warning." And then off you go. So
Nice.
still ended up on the other side of the fence, but but we get there.
So off to fucking Kapuka, was that like a start of a fucking new chapter and
just
sort of happy to...
just to sort of close off the childhood and just go at my own and try
Were you worried
myself.
about leaving your brother in that life?
Yeah, he was sort of doing his own thing with work and whatnot, but he ended up a couple of years later moving down to Sydney, working in Children's Hospital and building his little life down there.
So what was the army? What'd you go in as?
So I signed up as a ground-based air defence missile number down at 16 Air Defence Regiment in Adelaide.
Yeah, right.
So artillery within 12 months. So I joined at 17, June at Kapuka, freezing fucking cold.
What year was this?
2007.
Yep.
Yeah. So joined 2007 in June.
Pretty high tempo back then.
Yeah. So we got to Kapuka. Kapuka was good. Like it just is what it is. I guess you do cadets and things like that. It sort of preps you for it. And
did you let everybody know that you're Air Force?
Fuck no. Fuck no. No way.
I can help you clean that rifle, boys.
Yeah.
I'm a pro.
So Kapuka was good. Then went to ITs. We were in Holden Troop for a bit. And then like the first week in IT's Holden Troop, like 3,000 sandbags by hand. I'm like, is this the fucking army? What the fuck is this? So, yeah. And then IT's is good. Go did all that. And then we posted to the unit in December 2007.
Yeah.
And then we were gearing up for Timor in, I think it was around May or June the following year.
Yeah.
On TLBG 5. And then we deployed 2008 to 2009.
Over Timor.
Over to Timor, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Straight into it.
Yeah.
As airfield defence.
No, so we went over as grunts. So during the force prep for it, I guess, we did like infantry minor tactics and expanded on that. So went over as infantry.
Supporting one of the battalions.
Yeah, with 5 RAR.
Yeah.
And I was a combat first aider as well.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a few things from that, like medical responses within the community that, sort of did affect me a little bit, being 18 and whatnot. And there's a lot of cool stuff, right? Like kicking around in Black Hawks and those sort of things. Like, it was good, man. Like,
were you a good soldier?
I was a field soldier. I wasn't a barrack soldier. Piss wreck and a half on base, but outfield bang on,
Yeah. Were you when you said obviously a bit of a delinquent childhood and then you went to prison later in life, was that sort of through the army you were a bit of a shitbag as well, or you switched into a professional?
No, the drugs started in the army. So it was sort of, I guess I'll talk a bit more about addiction later, but drugs always start out as fun. No one wakes up one day and goes, you know what, I'm going to fucking throw my life down the drain and just become a junkie, like.
I wouldn't mind being a piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a piece of shit, lose everything I have. I'm just going to fuck it all up and just do it like.
Fuck, that's a good point, eh?
Yeah.
It always starts as party drugs, fun.
And then it sort of creeps into maybe once a month, then once a fortnight, and then every weekend, then Friday, Saturday, then it creeps into the week, and then it's a problem.
Yeah.
And then your life revolves around drugs, and it's all, and most people, I haven't met many addicts that haven't had trauma as a result, which has led them to drugs, because you do it to self-medicate, to cope, to not feel that pain, that suffering, that.
Yeah, that's true. Most of the people that turn into addicts have had pretty fucked up lives.
Yeah.
People that start drugs for fun, that have had a good life, usually stop drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Get on with their life.
Yeah, move on, have a bit of fun here and there, and that's it. The same for me.
I don't mind a bag here and there, but fucking got a good job.
Yeah, exactly. But no, those days are all done now completely. So it's my main focus now is sort of to help people through addiction, help them understand that change is possible. It doesn't matter how bad you fuck your life up, you can change it. Yeah. And I've hit rock bottom about 4 or 5 times and I had to restart, lost everything 3 times in my life, and it's hopefully never again. But if it does happen, I'm well equipped for it.
Yeah. Somebody said that to me before, something about being poor, and I was like, I've been poor. I know I can survive it. I'm not scared of it.
Don't be scared.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Live life with a little bit of risk, but calculated and smart.
Yeah. You just get better at risk management. Eh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. So how long did you end up staying in for?
So served 5 years. So got back from Timor, put a core transfer into Cav, and then was posted to 214 Regiment in Brisbane.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then
what was Timor like?
Timor was crazy. It was a few medical responses, a couple of deaths within the community, having to respond to those.
Oh, you're kind of at the back end of it, 2008.
2008, it wasn't too bad, but it was sort of because being combat first aiders, you cruising around patrols and you sort of assist where needed in the community. Yeah. But for the most part, it was cruisy. I know retrans, when we got posted up there for 6 weeks, it was like Lord of the Flies. Cams off, PT shorts on. This little kid, I remember he trekked up the hill and he's like, you guys want anything? We're like, fuck yeah, let's get 5 cartons of piss. And we paid him so well. And then next thing, he's cruising up on a little scooter. He's got a chain, all paying this dude. He's just instead of walking, he's fucking buzzing up, bringing his piss nonstop. I remember I was on picket, I fell asleep for 3 hours. All bad. All bad. And then your little stitch ups, we had put in your maintenance requests or your mate dems or whatever, and then we wrote down just a stitch up. We thought old mate would have clocked it, and we wrote down an Xbox 360, a 64-inch plasma screen TV, and over the open comms on the network, he's just reading it out, and then the next minute the white mobile phone's ringing. What the fuck is that? I thought you would have fucking clocked it.
Close. Yeah, nice.
But yeah, Timor was good. And
why'd you transfer to Cav?
I wanted a GAN trip.
Oh, yeah.
Get closer to Brisbane too. So it was either Brisbane or Darwin. Rolled the dice with it. Missed out on MTF5, and then I put my discharge in and got out.
Oh, okay.
So
What was 214 like back then?
214 was good. It was a good unit, good culture. Brisbane was awesome. It's great posting to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found that a lot of people that have the Brisbane posting don't have the same sort of mateship as people in other places where the army is all that there is.
Yeah.
Whereas Brisbane's a big fucking city and the army's like a job and then you go home and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. Like it's a very different sort of culture to a lot of the smaller towns, like, Navy, HMS Sterling over there. It's kind of just Navy.
Yeah.
Whereas, Brisbane's fucking city vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice up here. And then once I got out of the army, I was like, I'm just staying in Brisbane. I love it.
Okay. So the first time here?
Was that yeah. So grew up in Northern New South Wales, then posted Adelaide, Bogger, all the IET stuff, and then ended up in Brisbane. And once I got out, I was never left. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good city. I've been all around Australia and I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Yeah.
In Australia. If you've ever had to lodge a DVA claim, you know how it can feel like a full-time job. Between the endless paperwork, the complex fine print, and trying to navigate the bureaucracy, the system can completely wear you down. That is exactly why we've partnered with Kai Baldwin and the team at BAC, Baldwin Advocacy and Claims. Kai and his team are professional advocates. Their entire job is to step into your shoes, take over the communication with DVA, and ensure you actually get the support and outcomes you're entitled to. You don't have to stress over the jargon or spend months fighting the system on your own. BAC handles the heavy lifting from start to finish. What I respect most about Kai is his straightforward approach. BAC operates on a completely fixed fee. There's no hidden percentages, no guessing games, and they have strict ethical standards built into how they operate. I want you to know I don't take this recommendation lightly. I truly believe Kai has your back. You don't have to navigate the DVA system alone. Let the professionals handle it. Head over to baldwinclaims.com.au and see how Kai and the BAC team can help. Back to the show. Cool, man. So you did a couple of years of cav and then why'd you leave?
I missed it in the MTF5.
These are fuckies.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck it, I'm out. See ya. On to the next.
Yeah, right.
So, voluntary discharge as well. I probably should have actually gone down the med discharge route. But obviously, that culture at the time is very much like if you go to the ROP, you fucking linger. It's like, so my body's cooked. I'm missing ligaments in ankles, both knees. I've had 4 surgeries in them. I had major spinal surgery where they've took chunks out of 2 of the discs on a discectomy, done a fusion across 3 of the vertebrae and put rods in. Shattered 5 discs in my neck in an ASLAB crash on X.
Really?
Yeah. Busted left elbows, like head to toes cooked.
Fuck, I know.
But like, you're still trying to work. Like I'm in constant pain now, but it's sort of, you could either be a victim and be like, oh, the army's made me sore, or it's like, just get on with it. Like you learn to manage it, X-phys, physio, functional movement, those kind of things. Like, that broken veteran sort of thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm fucking broken. It's like, just do something about it.
If I could sit around whinging about it's not going to fix it.
Nah, fuck no. And like, there's a big thing too. Like, I held that victim mentality for many years. It's like blaming everyone else and blaming, circumstances of life and all this shit. And it's like, when you do that, you have no ownership on your life. You have nothing. It's just you're blaming everyone else for external circumstances. And whilst not everything I went through that was bad in my life was my choice or my doing, it's like shit happens to everyone. It's like I've yet to meet someone that's had a clean run in life that hasn't gone through some form of adversity or shit. And it's like, it's just a part of life. So you got to take ownership.
More interesting people.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking boring if they've had a good life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had that victim mentality. But I got rid of it pretty soon though.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, when I was a delinquent, I'd always like, well, it's because of my childhood. Then, by the time I sort of hit 20 and joined the military, I was like, fucking, if you sit around and blame your childhood, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly.
Started fucking giving people shit for being like I was. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta fucking switch that narrative to it's made me more resilient. And all that sort of stuff.
There's silver lining and growth in every bit of adversity that you go through.
Yeah. So what did you do when you got out?
So when I first got out of the army, I went to the mines doing security.
Oh, yeah.
I was up at Caval Ridge near Moranbah. That was the first job I got into. And then I was working with a few guys that were initially on the Nauru gig back in the day. And then Nauru was opening up at that sort of point. So I put in a application for Nauru Detention Centre.
Yeah, right.
Got that straight away. And then end of 2012 was over there for 2 years.
Oh, really?
Probably see more action in Nauru than I did in the army. So yeah, I was
Mostly veterans up there. Eh?
Yeah, Nauru was sick, dude. It was like all the army boys, no hierarchy, no bullshit, no drug test, none of the crap. It was just like we were just running a fucking muck, man. It was nuts. Like we're still doing the job right, doing it well, but like it was like a boys' club sort of. And it was awesome, man. Like you go away for 2 weeks, come back for a week, or if you stayed back, you could do 5 weeks straight, come back cashed up, go travel overseas. But it was also at the same time too, and a lot of guys fell in this trap. Is you've got heaps of veterans coming out of the army with unresolved trauma, drug problems, throw them into a job where they're FIFO, they go away for 2 weeks, they come back with a mad pay packet, they've got a whole week to do nothing. Recipe for disaster. So like it'd be like go away for 2 weeks, bender for a week, work, bender, work, bender, work, bender. Like it was a pretty like revolving door cycle like that.
You couldn't do nothing up there. It kept you clean when you're up there.
Oh yeah, it's like it's same with further on. Like every time you go to work, like when I was working, I was bang on. I was always like the job comes first, do what you got to do, and then work hard, play hard. Yeah. So that was sort of the.
What were you doing in the army? Coke.
What's that?
Weekend coke.
Coke and pingers to start.
Yeah.
Later on in life, it developed into ice and all that other bad shit. So
always starts with coke and pingers.
It does. Yeah. Always.
You don't jump. Fucking very rare to jump straight into the fucking ice. I think.
No. Yeah, exactly. We can go back to same before. It's like no one wakes up in the morning going, "Fuck you, I'm gonna smoke ice. I'm gonna shoot up ice today." Like, I'm gonna be cracking today. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah. Coke's definitely a fucking gateway.
It is.
So like you're saying, it's a gateway for certain types of people.
Yes.
I don't think it's a gateway for everyone. Like that fucking all those anti-weed campaigns and stuff saying it's a gateway drug. Yeah, sure, for people that are probably that way inclined.
Yeah, exactly.
But not for fucking everybody.
Yeah.
The average Joe's not going to fucking smoke a cone and go, I'm now a fucking drug addict.
Exactly right. And then the same with like alcohol for me. I know if I have more than 3 schooners, bags. So I have 2 beers. I don't even get to the third. I'm like, third's me warning sign. So it's like having that awareness. I'm like, I'll have 2. I'm out. Cheers. Done. Because the end of the third is where it gets dangerous, So it's it's taken me
lowers those inhibitions just enough.
Just enough. We're like, oh, this is a good idea. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not.
Fuck. So when you got out, when you were doing your week, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, you fucking ripping in. Yeah,
ripping in pretty hard on the weeks off, and then like with Nauru as well. So like there was a lot of hanging attempts. So we used to carry hook knives, cutting people down hanging.
Yeah, right.
A lot of slashings. Like the riot, I was on that night shift when they burnt the whole joint down. That was fucking pretty wild. And
how many detainees were there?
Oh, there's a couple hundred of them, I think. Like, so we were there with a single adult male camp, and then they burnt that down, and then eventually they started building the family camps and all that down. So they, initially they thought, if we burn it all down, we'll get sent to Australia. But it's like usually living in tents just before it. So then they just put them all in tents. It's rough conditions too, man. Like it was pretty hard to see, like kids in those sort of environments and stuff like that. Like because it's hot as fuck, so right near the equator. So it's like a really hot fucking. It was shocking. Like you just walk out of your room, just sweat, just nonstop.
Yeah. Were they all pretty unhappy being there? Or?
Oh, some were. Like you could tell the ones that were like genuine too. And like I'm not saying that like they're all bad, but like there was some. This goes to every dynamic in the world. You got good and you got bad and genuine and bullshitters. So always go your way to help the ones that you help everyone as far as you can until they show the respect that. What
were you guys like considered as like screws?
No, so I was in the emergency response team, so kind of like the riot squad.
Oh.
Yeah, I started off as just a normal guard, and then just progressed into the emergency response team.
Yeah, and what was what's the vibe like there? You sort of Roman patrol sort of thing, or they
so you got like
segregated.
Roman patrols going through. You have certain checkpoints for guys sitting. People on lighters because they can smoke and.
People trying to fucking hurt the guards.
Yeah, I had a few incidents like that. So you're sort of always on your toes a bit with that.
Mm. People that what years was that fucking cranking?
2012 and I think it's only recently it's shut down. Maybe I'm not sure. They might still have elements over there.
Yeah, right.
But 2012 to 2015 I was there.
And that's just like boat people
Yeah.
coming through.
Yeah.
So Nauru detention centre. People try to fucking come to the country on boats and they get put into the detention centre.
Centers, yeah. Crazy.
Sent home. Yeah, I'd be interested to see. It's fucking crazy, the whole immigration thing in Australia. The amount of people, like the whole thing at the moment about letting fucking millions of people into the country, and it's like...
Yeah, I've got like no problem with vetted sustainable immigration. It's been great. Look, it's built Australia for what it is.
Yeah, of course.
But when it's unvetted, like you look at, you just have to open your eyes and read the news. What's happening in the fucking Western world right now? Like, I won't go too deep on it, but like,
I don't talk about that too much. It's there's a whole other podcast based on that.
Yeah, other people can talk about that.
Yeah, you can't even bring your Thai girlfriend fucking to visit you and fucking they're letting all these ISIS broads in.
Yeah, we try to stay away from politics.
Cool, man. So you got out of there, and were you starting to fucking all
Yeah,
the
so
stuff you were seeing and
Nauru.
the drugs you were doing? Were you starting to decline mentally there? Or?
Yeah, so this is where I guess Operation Downward Spiral happened. So there's a whole cohort of us ex-army guys that all got sacked for performance-based review stuff.
Really?
The union fought it, got us a little payout for it because they just wanted to get rid of majority of the Australian army guys. A lot of nepotism in the upper hierarchy there.
Oh, yeah.
I won't go into it, but yeah, it was getting pretty bad for our dynamic of group. So yeah, so eventually, they sacked us, and I wasn't really prepared for it. I thought, this job's just going to keep cruising. And then I went to a period of homelessness here.
Right.
So sleeping on mates' couches, sort of been like that. Yeah, moving from mate's house to house, and didn't really have a solid residence. And that's sort of where I was like, fuck, I didn't have a job. I was trying to get work.
Oh, so you run out of money because
Yeah,
you're sort of living week to week.
And traveling overseas.
Yeah.
I just got back from an overseas holiday, lost my job. I'm like, fuck, I've got no fucking money. And then and then that's where I was like, because I was doing like little bits of drug dealing here and there and sort of doing whatnot. And then I was like, sort of stepped into it at that point. Yeah, and my drug use at this point was getting out of control. Like I was an addict at this point.
Still just coke and fingers, or you leveled up?
This is where I started. This is where ice came into the mix, and it was sort of like, almost daily use at this point. Like I was very high functioning as well, which is dangerous in a sense, because if you can take it and function on it, obviously you're not functioning well, you're making bad decisions as well. But if you can still function and do things, it's like it gives you like this false sense of security that, hey, I've got this shit under wraps. You don't. You fucking don't. So what happened from there is I knew that was a life that I didn't really want to live. So I started qualling up again. So I did my... So
you're still like early 20s, mid-20s now?
Yeah, 24 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I went and did my Cert 3 Mines Rescue and Response tickets, so industrial firefighting. Right. And also did a Cert 4 Emergency Medical Technician course and a Cert 4 in Healthcare and Ambulance.
While you're on fucking meth daily?
Oh, yeah, sort of sporadic on this point. So I was doing bits and pieces, and then like there's points where I just want to sort my life out, so I'd stop using. I'd get back in the gym, bad for roids back in the day and shit. Like, and that also fucked me up too a lot. Like I'm on TRT now as a result of bad steroid use when I was younger.
Stopped your production of testosterone.
Well, it's worked now. but yeah, so at that point in time, was using drugs, did my qualifications to go to the mines, and then I got all these tickets, and then it was about 12 months of just waiting. I spent 15, 20K on these courses, got all the tickets, and then just nothing. And I was like, and then descended back into drugs a bit. And then one of my mates called me up mid-bender, and he's like, oh, you still looking for work? I'm like, yeah, fucking I thought I want out of what I'm doing. So he's like, when does it start? He's like, tomorrow. I'm like, I haven't slept in 3 days. Fuck. Anyway, so I could give me shit together. Got a mate to drive around, got the uniforms, got up there, and then I was like, nah, all right, detox myself, sort my shit out. Like this point, and then got into work doing the mines rescue stuff. Okay. So, and that sort of brought me back to a bit of a baseline. I got back in the gym, back into training, and it went well for probably about 12 months there. And then, obviously I wasn't seeking help with psych, wasn't reaching out, and then you're sort of like, the trauma ebbs and flows. and then started descending back into drugs. But it was never, I'd never took drugs whilst working. I never took drugs. I always made sure I was right for work. I might be coming down to like a bit, how you go on the first few days, but I'd always keep it separate. And I think, there's a lot of people that out there that do it. I know a lot of guys that were like that as well. I'm not the only one. So it's sort of, it's one of those things that it's a dangerous cycle to be in. They're really, really dangerous because it can, when it takes hold of you, and when the claws, especially with ice, man, when that shit gets in. And
you start to think no one will know.
No, and then everyone knows, and it's like, it's not good, dude. So that then what sort of happened is by that point I became quite entrenched in the drug world. I was working with some pretty high level players in Queensland. I was moving a lot of weed mainly. But also coke and MDMA. And then I sort of like the drug dealing sort of kicked up a bit more from there. And it was, I guess, for me, and as humans, we rationalise and justify everything that we do. And for me, it was like, well, I grew up poor. I'm never going to be poor. Like I'm always going to make money. And then if you choose to go into that world, it's full of fucking bullshit. Like it's you're rolling the dice. Like you're getting ripped off.
Can't trust anyone.
You can't trust anyone. It's just like people will burn you at every second they can. Like it's not a fun world, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I saw it early growing up. That fucking, it's just can't trust anyone. Like your best friends will fucking turn on you for drugs or
people you're working with. Like they know the risk, and then they get done. They go to the cops. They give you up. It's like. Yeah, and for the people that have done that to me as well, like I'm at first I was like, fuck you. But now like my life is awesome now, dude. Like it's, clean from drugs, own properties, own multiple businesses, like we're semi-retiring now essentially, moving into homesteading and things like that. So as much as I was pissed off and, doing 3 years in prison on a 9-year sentence, like I hope it was worth it for them at the time, the ones that fucked me over. But like in terms of will we ever be friends again? Nah. Fuck no. Fuck no.
Yeah, I left that whole fucking world behind.
Yeah.
I've actually gone back and had little catch-ups here and there with a couple of people that I used to know back then, and they're just fucking cooked.
Yeah, dude, you sort of you see them like, and I think that's a big thing of like when you want to break free of it all is you have to cut all the devils away. Like, and like I've got still mates that are probably involved in that stuff, probably still taking drugs, like, and they're good people, but I just can't be around them. It's just like you've got to protect your environment with your life, and that includes your friendship circle, includes like what you consume. Every single bit of your life needs to be like audited and controlled to keep you away from drugs.
Yeah. I did that. Fucking just completely cut dry. I think I talked about it in my podcast. Like it was much easier back then because there was no Facebook or Instagram or anything. Yeah. So it was just literally change your phone. Yeah. And move to a different suburb. Done.
Yeah. Well, now it's like you just bump into people, you just see you, it's like, fuck. People just track you down.
yeah, fuck. Can't do anything. You have to go off the grid to get away from people now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But nah, what led you to the fucking incarceration?
So basically what happened was there is obviously the drug dealing ramped up quite a lot. And it was sort of like you hit a point where it's like, there's two ways out, dead or jail. And by this point, we're moving, it was doing quite a bit. I was getting quite heavily involved in it. And, it was sort of drug use was out of control, injecting drugs. Like it was, you make an insane amount of cash, you blow it on hookers, hotels, penthouses. Like it was just like money had no value at that point. And just like, and we talk about suicidality and stuff. I had 2 attempts on my life, and the other, through overdosing. But the thing that saved me was having an insane tolerance to drugs. It was nuts. But I'm so grateful it never happened or eventuated.
What brought you to that point?
Getting arrested. The second time getting arrested by state drug squad. Had a bottle of Valiums. There's probably about 30 Valiums, 10 Xannies, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Like while you're waiting for your court date or something?
No, when they were raiding me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I was just like, fuck, I'm out. No, like I'm fucked.
They're kicking the door in and you're fucking...
Yeah, that was certain. They had me for 10 years plus. And so if you get 10 years in Queensland, you've got to do 80% of it.
Yeah, right.
So I was very fortunate to get 9. So they had to do a third. Yeah, because like even on the day they wanted 11 and a half years for 2 weeks of trafficking. Like, good lawyers, we brought it down. Got a lot of stuff thrown out, but they still wanted 11 and a half years on the day, which would have meant I would have had to serve 9 years, 2 months. And like, honestly, if I had got that sentence where I'm at in life today, I think would be two completely different people.
Yeah, you'd still be in.
Still be in, and I probably would have just like given up on, because it's a long fucking time. Like, I've seen a lot of people that go in and then they do like a very big period of time, and you just watch the descent of them, and then when they get out, they're jaded, bitter, hating the world, and then they just go straight back to it, or they develop drug problems within prison, and then that just sort of exacerbates and just goes nuts, and then it's a pretty bad cycle of that rotating door.
Yeah. So you got picked up, you straight in and never got out from that point?
So got done on that one. Cops, like I wasn't getting bail straight away on that one. Took us to the watch house. The watch house, one day in there's like 7 days in prison. It's fucked. It's fucked. So I did about 2 weeks on the first stint. Then my lawyer got me bail to a rehab. So I went up to Mullaney. I did a 6-week intensive, like more holistic style rehabilitation.
Right.
So detoxing, obviously, intensive psych therapies. We did equine therapy, work with the horses. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant too. A lot of gardening, and I guess that might have been a point where I was like, I built my little gardens, and I was like, oh fuck it. At the time, I didn't realize like it did lead me to where I am now, but like I found a lot of therapy within gardening and plants, and because we're in a society where everything is just instant gratification. Drugs, instant gratification. This is like scrolling, like dope. We're just surrounded, bombarded with just bang, 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 bang. Where I found with plants is like you're waiting months, and you've got to nurture them every day. You've got to like deal with pests, diseases, things like this.
Yeah.
I even made a joke in the rehab that one of the goats got into my garden and ate it all. I'm like, I guess I'll have to relapse then. I was like, I'm just kidding. And then another time they did a group photo at the rehab, and they're like, everyone say cheese. I'm like, everyone say relapse. They're like, Paul. I was like, I'm just fucking with this. Just chill.
Everyone say, let's get a bag.
Yeah. But so was arrested, did it for a couple of weeks, got bail. Did the rehab, and then straight back into work. So I was working in Darwin at the time, up at the gas plant, the Impex plant, doing mines rescue as well. So I went back to doing that.
Yeah, right.
And then, just constant piss tests. So because I wanted to build as much material for court day, to say like, hey, look, I'm aware that I fucked up. I own it. It's all good, but now I'm making all these steps. So straight back into work.
How long did you have?
2.5 years. It's like a long
2.5 years before from when you got bail to when you had to.
So man. By the end of it, I was just like, I forgot about it, and then and then my lawyers, I'm like, oh shit, this is coming up. I was just like, fuck, why don't I just stay in at the start?
Yeah, but done by now.
Yeah, but if I had have stayed in, I would have missed out on Trojan's Trek, which it's a veteran-based outdoor peer outdoor support therapy program. So you go away out bush, like the Flinders Ranges, or they've got one in Queensland. I think they're expanding a bit.
Yeah.
So my lawyer actually got us involved with that, and I went there, and that was a catalyst for me to change. Like, so it's basically it was about losing the victim mentality, taking accountability for your life, learning about neuroscience, how your brain works, addictions, the language that we use. Like if you keep saying I'm a piece of shit, I'm no good at this, I'm no good at that, your subconscious brain's going to be like, auto receive, let's fucking make that happen. So like I was just like, oh yeah, I'm starting to think on things. I'm like reflecting on how my internal monologue in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm shocking for half this stuff, and then finding excuses. And so I started challenging a lot of beliefs that I had. Yeah. Beliefs can do and should change with the addition of new information. Your values are pretty well set, but like your belief systems, like and everyone's got self-limiting beliefs that impact them, hold them back. But if you flip the script on that and just become a little bit crazy and delusional and just believe you can fucking achieve anything, just watch your reality change. It's nuts. Yeah,
right. I'm actually doing Trojan's Trek in a couple of weeks.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Whereabouts that one at?
Adelaide.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, have you been before?
No.
Oh, the Flinders Ranges is beautiful, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's lovely, Flinders. Yeah. So it's a couple of, it's a fair whack of a drive, but it's awesome there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
That's where you did it too, obviously.
Yeah, so I did one in South Australia and 2 in Queensland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, you went back as a mentor or whatever?
No, so I just did 3. So I did one pretty soon after getting bail, and then I did another 2 before going away. And the last one I did was like 2 weeks before I was sentenced.
Yeah, right.
And then that's where I met the guys from 8th Mile Consulting, who we were doing the work in the prisons for incarcerated veterans, because the ex-infantry officers, I was mates with a lot of Jono's boys. Yeah, we were ratbags too.
Mm.
And then they were like, well, fuck, what happens to you now? I'm like, man, I just get swept in the system. Fuck. So they're like, obviously, you know, you don't want again, going back to that thing where you don't want veterans in the criminal underworld, because it's just not good for society. it's just not good at all.
Train killers.
Yeah, dude. Like, man, like I was about to do some pretty fucking wild shit, and I'm grateful the cops got me when they did.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad I got what I got.
Would have been no point of no return.
Yeah, fuck, bad. Yeah, I got ripped off a lot of money, and we were going to go deal with it, and it would have just ended really, really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm glad they had that. Like, they had the house bugged. They had fucking massive surveillance, undercovers following us. It was a pretty big operation to get us. So I'm glad they got me when they did. You know.
Nice. Serendipitous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually raising money for the Trojan check.
Awesome.
I've got I'm doing the Kokoda with them next year as well.
Yeah.
So we got a $12,000 sort of goal for everybody to raise some funds, and all that money goes to I'm gonna even chop this up for a reel. All that money goes into running the Trojan checks programs.
Awesome.
That you did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because honestly, it shaped my whole mentality for prison. Like, it's like, okay, like, change is possible. You can, like, this Trojan check's basically designed for those at the far end of PTSD that have tried to kill themselves and couldn't even get that right. Essentially, like, it's a lot of it's basically a program that saved my life, and the work we're doing in the prisons is modelled off that same content, with a little bit of a twist on things, how to navigate obviously incarceration into that as well.
So you stole their program?
Not stolen. It's the one of the guys that owns it. It's his IP. He's actually involved with the prison program as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it's his IP still, and they've got their own. And the other guys have built their own IP as well, which is great. And I'd sort of like, it's a very academic sort of way they deliver it, and then I'll speak in layman's terms to the guys in the in the greens to explain, because they might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, no, this is what you're talking about, you know.
You break it down.
This is how you apply it whilst you're in here, and then when you get out, this is how you apply it too. Yeah.
I've had Dan Vincent on the podcast before.
Yep.
He's a good mate. What do you reckon the ratio is, sort of people like yourself and the people that are in these programs and stuff that sort of want to get better and sort of pushing towards that positive change? Like, you know, I know I fucked up. I don't want to ever be here again. Want to get their life back on track, versus like just the proper crems that are fucking pieces of shit that you know that they're just going to go back and they're going to be here in a couple of fucking months.
From I guess in your broader population, you've got a lot of people that they're set their crim life. That's it. That's all.
Proud of it, yeah.
They'll happily do 20 years in prison just to come out, just to be the man. It's like, well done, dude. Like, your family hasn't seen you for 20 years. You're a mad cunt in prison, but that's it. That's your life. Like, you find that there's a lot of those people in there. There are nobody out here, but there's somebody in there. So then it's like they had that identity where it's like, I'm someone here. Like, it's fucked up. But we found a lot of majority of the veterans that we go in and do it, they all want to, you know, because it's like you have this like identity crisis when you leave the army or leave the military. And it's like, especially most people join young and then they get out and they're like, fuck, like CB Street sucks. Like, it's hard to adjust. And then you have that sort of thing. But what we've found is a lot of the veterans that have been through it, and then, you know, they hear from other people with lived experience and they're like, oh, fuck, like it's, because I know when I was in, I was like, fuck, I'm done. Like, I can't get out of this. My life is fucked now. Like, it is completely done. And then I hit a point where I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm just going to go nuts. Like, I don't care if it doesn't work. I'll find a way to make it work. Like, I'm not having a plan B. Like, plan B indicates plan A will fail. So I'm like, plan A, it's all in or nothing. And man, honestly, like, I had a goal to, I'll come back to it. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. So I went into prison. So August 2019, just before COVID come in, I was locked up.
Oh, yeah.
And like, if you're going to do 3 years in prison, I'll pick the best.
Fucking probably the best.
The best 3 years to do it, dude. Honestly, like we were just watching it on TV. I'm like, man, there's a point where I had like slightly more freedoms in Melbourne, like because we had a little gym at the work camp I was at. After a few years, I was like, I'm just training. Like, you see people can't go to the gym. I'm like, fuck these people can't.
19, 20, 21, yeah, literally the best fucking.
And then got out in August 2022. But I guess for prison, my first 9 months was rough. It was rough. Like a lot of fights. I was nearly killed twice. I had 4 people attack me in the hospital, broken eye socket, trying to extort money out of us. And I was like, fuck you. And then I quickly learnt you can't talk your way out of fights in prison. It's sort of like one of those things. The moment like it starts with this, it's got to straight into this. Like and I went in trying not to have any fights or anything like that because I just wanted to get my low security, get to a farm, get to a work camp, do my time, read books, and better myself. And then, but like the first 9 months before I got my low classo, oh, dude, the amount of time I spent, I think 6 weeks in isolation or detention unit for fights. And like I didn't start or pick one of them, but because I've been a bit of a bigger dude, people were like, oh, I've cracked this guy. And then, so like I lost this tooth here from this dude hit me in the face. It was over fucking nothing too, just over a joke. He got a ceramic hot plate off the stovetop, put it in a sock, and I'm on the phone just like this. And then next minute I feel this fucking bang. I'm like, oh. And they're like, fucking take a hit. But like, I remember just seeing stars and I was just like, fuck. And then there's all this blood's coming out. And then I was like, seeing red and just worked him up the walkway. And then my knee gave out. And my mate come in and he's just like pumping him. And I'm like, oh, sweet thing. I'm like, come back and got him again. I got him on his hands and knees. I'm like, oh, you've had enough, cunt. I don't want any more of this. And then one of the other boys is like, no, he's served our country, and grabs a tennis racket, runs up and just ding, 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 knocks him out. I'm just like, holy fuck. And he's like, that's how it's done. Either you're knocked out or he's knocked out. I'm like, all right, gotcha. So and then the screws came out and they seen it. They're like, just walked away because this guy was bad. He'd always abused like the female staff. He's just a real piece of shit, this dude. And then after that, like in the afternoon, like I broke my hand too. Hand was like a grapefruit. This is swollen up. And they called me up and they're like, what happened to you? I'm like, no, I just fell off the dip bar, chief. They're like, fuck off, mate. We've seen the whole thing. I'm like, fuck. And like, just quietly, about time someone got him. So that was sort of like, after that one, I stopped having dramas because you need to have a bit of street cred, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And like, he's a big dude. But he's getting in his 50s, you know. But like, he was in for murder as well. And but like, he was trying to get a shiv to start. And this is like literally over nothing, like over a joke. Like,
what did you say to him?
Oh, no, so he's, I won't go right into this side of it. But a lot of other people having a laugh, and then he see me having a laugh as well. And then he's like, he's just targeted because I was living with the dude in the same unit. He's the most painful fucker ever. And just, after that, it was sort of broken hand, trips back and down to Brisbane, and like the prison vans that you go in are shit. Like you're tiny little booths and you're shackled and cuffed, and then it's so shit, man. So for anyone that's dealing drugs or anyone that's like in that world or is looking at it, like prison is shit. It's not fun. Like you can make the best out of it. And for me, what started my turning around was reading books. So like every self-development, self-help, self-improvement book I could get my hands on, I just stacked them. I would have read about 250 books in 3 years. Yeah, nice. And what I found is like you read books and you might have one or two gems pop out of it and the rest is just noise. So I got like an A4 notebook, or got heaps of them actually, and then I'd rewrite the gems out of each book, all based around similar styles and themes and ideas. But I found taking the things that resonated well with me that I'm like, I can get around doing that, and then you implement your own sort of self-development, self-improvement, self-recovery program.
Nice.
And I wanted to do uni as well, and they kept going, oh no, go do year 10 English and maths. I was like, I'm not a dumb cunt. Like I was sweet. So they finally got up to Rockhampton after 9 months. I got my low security, got to the farm, spoke to education. They're like, let's get you started on uni. So aced that, all high distinctions and in the tertiary prep program. And then I enrolled in an associate degree of business and commerce. Yeah, right. And then I left prison. The only thing I didn't get a high distinction on was law. I used to joke, like I'm in prison, like it doesn't surprise me. I'm not going to do too good on the law side of it. But yeah, I left prison with a GPA of 6.84 out of 7. Fuck. And that alone, that because I always had doubts around my intelligence, my ability to achieve stuff, or like, you know, because I was going to prison, it humbles you real quick, and but it also like demoralizes you in a sense where you're just like, fuck, I'm a piece of shit in prison. Like how did I fall from being such a, you know, doing all these not like good distinguished jobs over my life, and how the fuck did I end up in prison? Like, So because I never had time to really look inwards, and because you got nothing but time in prison, it's like it gave me a lot of time to reflect inwards and understand, you know, why I was doing the things that I was doing, why I was turning to drugs, why I was, and it all just adds up to I wasn't dealing with my shit, I wasn't owning my shit, I was being a victim, I was, you know, everything was, you know, it was backwards, it was ass. Like I had a lot of time to think and understand and sort of really get my my head right, and then my routine right. Like, you know, so training like nonstop. You're limited to what you can train with. You chin up bars, dip bars, but
push-ups, squats, stuff
burpees,
like that.
man. Burpees were my thing. Like I hate them. I still hate them. Like I got good at them. I was doing like 500 of them a week, like every morning, to the 10 minutes EMOM every morning. I wake up, bang, 100 burpees every morning.
Yeah, nice.
It was nuts.
That was probably some of the fittest I've ever been in my life when I used to do 100 burpees a day.
Yeah, it is, and they're hard, but like it's if you can just maintain that, it's unreal. And then once I started figuring out these things that work for me, is I started like developing a routine. So like I wake up same time every day, do my training, do my yoga, do like, you know, affirmations, do all these things, do a bit of reading in the morning, then you get out, structure your day with work, eating well, coming back, training, you know, sort of trying to mentor other people as well, because there's a lot of people without guidance in there too. And
were you learning all these sort of methods through the books you read?
Through the books, through Trojan's track, through a lot of the support networks I had. So I was very fortunate to have a lot of mates still that, you know, I stayed in regular contact with, that would give me advice on things, or if I was unsure on some stuff, obviously you can't have phones and shit in there. So, you know, you call them up, you only got a 10-minute phone call, but you're like, hey, like, could you just quickly research this stuff and print an email it, like print it off and send it in? And so whenever you get like an idea of something you want to learn, and if you can't get it in there, you just call up and get people to send it in and whatnot. And then, about a year after I was in, I got out to the work camp, and that was out at Blackall near Longreach. So that was like fringe desert, just hot. But it's kind of like a little mining camp, right? Just like you would never pick it off the main drag. You can't even see it from the road. And we worked for the council in town. So I started off working in the sale yards, and then still doing my uni, but then because the gardens are pretty shit, and I was like, fuck, I've got 2 years to go. I'm like, no mind, a bit of green fun. So I decked out all these gardens mad, like, because I was then transitioning to be a cook my last like 9 months. So I built like epic, sustainable, edible sections and some nice flowers and stuff. And like it was looking pretty nice. And then the council dude came out, and he's just like, "What the fuck? What the hell's happened here?" I'm like, "I've just been busy." He's like, "Do you want to enter it into the local awards competition?" I was like, "Can we?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're part of like the local council." So I did it, and ended up winning the best edible and sustainable garden for 2021. And then that moment alone was just like, I'm like, oh, I'm nailing uni. I'm nailing this. I'm like, let's go. Like this, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but landscaping is going to be the thing. Yeah, right. I was just like, I didn't even know how to use a power tool, circs, or like a horticulture. Didn't know shit. And I was like, all right, so again, back on the phones, calling up, I'm like, all right, what courses do I need to get? So it was like Cert 3 landscape construction. And then how do I make this even better? So advanced horticulture, diploma of landscape design. So all these things, I had like a list of stuff that like I didn't really know structure, but I'm like, all right, let's triage this and figure out what stuff needs to be done as soon as I'm out, and then just get to work. Yeah, nice. So
how did you know that you're going to be out in 3 years, or was that kind of like we see in the movies where you go and have an interview and they decide?
Yeah. So it's because I was board ordered, because it was quite a serious nature of offending, like high level drug trafficking. You get court ordered parole, which is like you're guaranteed to get out on that date, and then you got board ordered parole, where you've got to apply to the board of parole And then they'll sit on you and do risk assessments and all that sort of stuff. But being at a work camp for 2 years, doing everything right, having no breaches against my name, all that sort of stuff, like it was guaranteed to get it.
Okay.
But you still have that doubt, even though you know at the back of your head, you're like, I will get it. And you're still like, oh, fuck, what if they bounce me for this? Or, you know, you go to do a piss test and you can't piss. And it's like, oh, fuck. But like even about that problem. So, yeah, so it's kind of good. Like you go in, like, even parole, like anything to declare, I'm like, nah, X amount of years clean, give me the cup.
Yeah, nice. So you got out and then fucking where'd you go from there?
Yeah, so my mate Tony, I was at 214 with him. He's a fiery now. So him and his wife gave me the entire downstairs of their place just up the road, actually. You know, just before you turn off to Warner.
Yep.
Yeah, just in that little enclave on the right there near the golf course. So I was living there, yeah.
Nice.
And like my routine at this point was pretty much up at 3, gym, study, because I was still doing uni at that point. And then Tony has a part-time business doing like lawn renovations, so like aerating, scarifying, top dressing. Hard work. But yeah, he gave me a job doing that straight away. So got into that. I was finishing studying and then enrolled in all the courses that I had to do for landscaping. So I knew that first 3 months.
You sort of clocked them for later.
Yeah, so because I was on curfew for 3 months when I got out. So it's like you've got to be home at X amount of times. Like they'll call up at 2 a.m, make sure you're home. And it's like yeah, sometimes they call up at like 2:30 and like, where are you? I'm like, I'm just waking up. I'm in bed. You can come have a look if you want. Like, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, I'm going to go back to bed and get up in about an hour and a half. Like, all right, see ya. It was just annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, you make mistakes, you fuck up. Some things have consequences that you have to deal with. So
is the parole thing like if you got a 9-year sentence, you got to do
6 on parole.
6 on parole.
Yeah,
so you keep checking in.
So I've done 4 years now. They've moved it out. Now I've transferred to New South Wales. So now they've got to start the whole process again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's a bit better down that way.
Another 6 years?
No. I've still got 2 to go.
Oh.
But fall under their style of, because each state's different.
Yeah.
You know, like so Queensland, for example, like we're on max money out at the work camp on $72 a week. Whopping pay. But you know, in New South Wales, they've got a work tourist program where you can be making thousands. Like earning a proper wage.
Yeah, right.
So
you must be a fucking parole officer's wet dream.
Oh yeah, like they're just like, fuck, we haven't seen anyone do as good as you. And it's sort of the big drive is like, because you see the cycle of people, like they just keep going back to the same shit, and like they just that rotating door of prison.
Yeah. So when you leave, they're like, "We'll see you in fucking
yeah." People like he said it all the time. You're like, he'll be back. But yeah, that's what I found, and that's sort of the big driver as to why like I've wanted to do so good post release, and then work into the space of helping others break free from addiction mainly. And then if they're the ones get caught up in the justice system, because like it's a hard one to navigate, and it's like every chip you just stack against you to fail. It's like use that as like fuel to be, you know, like, all right, it's now going to be a lot harder than previously, but fuck it, challenge on, you know, let's go.
Yeah. You find, like, so you started your own business?
Yeah, so I started my own landscaping business initially. So I got all the qualifications in that first 3 months, got everything sorted, rounded off then. I got a job with a high-end residential landscaping company because I was like, all right, well, I've got the tickets now. I need some experience and I need to understand how shit goes on site because I had no clue.
Is there any, like, difficulty with that sort of stuff? Like, I guess it's all of my knowledge. I guess most people's knowledge is based on fucking movies, which is probably inaccurate because it's American.
Yeah.
You know, like people like can't get a leg up because you have to declare that you've been in prison and you're on parole. And
that's the whole reason I went down starting my own business. It's like, because, you know, you apply to jobs. Lucky I knew the bloke that owned that landscaping company. And to explain my situation, I'm like, man, I just need to start. Like I'm out of that world. I'm out of drugs. Like I just need to start. This is the path I want to go down. And he's like, yep, sweet, give me a job. Shit money, but like, fuck it, I didn't care. Like it's just the way I've framed it is like I'm on a 9-year sentence. I've done 3. I've got 6 on parole. That's still prison time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who gives a fuck if I'm working 15, 16, 18-hour days? Like it's like I'd rather slog my ass off now whilst I've got the chance and the opportunity being free than to, you know, just blasé through it. It's like, because really it should be prison time. And if I look at what they wanted on the day, I should be in for another 2 years still. crazy what's like when we talk about what I've achieved over the last little bit. And I'm not doing it to brag or anything like that. It's just to literally show people what's possible if you apply yourself. And like, it's not easy. And it comes back to that, choose your hard, like selling drugs. Yeah, it's quick money. It's not necessarily easy, but it's quick, fast money. But the hard side of it and the tax you pay is prison. And prison sucks. Like, there's no silver line, but it is shit. It is
prison or addiction or fucking
or
getting
everything.
Killed in gang violence.
Or all of the above. So, yeah, dude. So then we did that. Started the landscaping business. A bit of slow traction at the start, because I was still figuring out what I was doing, and had another is an ex-2CR fella. He just moved back down from Townsville, and me and him were working together for the first 2 years. Little dream team was great. We're busting our job. Like, half times we'd be quoting jobs. I'm like, fuck, I don't really know what I'm doing this time. I'm like, all right, then just get to work calling up mates, film YouTube, figuring it out, do a little test run out the back, make sure. But really understand the foundational, like your codes, your NCCs, National Construction Code standards, over-engineer everything. So it's like, even if you just go a little bit further, that way it never fucking fails. You have to come back. That was my biggest thing too, is like, I'm like, I really wanted to deliver good work, good outcomes, so it's win-win. Win for the client, win for me. Win for the guys that work for us. Yeah. And then, then about 6-7 months after I was out, the blokes from the 8th Mile Consulting reached out, and they're like, "Oh, you're tracking, how's things going?" And I told them exactly where I was at, and they're like, "Oh, awesome. Well, we're actually starting this program for incarcerated veterans. Do you want to be a part of it as the lived experience mentor?" And I was like, at first I told him, get fucked on, I just did 3 years. So then I decided to go back to prison 14 times. But at least it's on the other side of the fence. Yeah. And we started running that program. It started off with a pilot program in Townsville, and then it expanded throughout all Queensland, and then last year went national to Victoria. And the outcomes from it too, you see the guys at the start of the week, they're like, just broken, sort of disheveled, not really sure what the fuck's coming. And then by the Friday at the end, they were sort of like, oh shit, we can turn it around. And then, we're finding a lot of guys that are sort of, you come back on subsequent ones, and the improvements that they've had, like, it's really rewarding. The guys are tracking the data, like the statistics on, reduced bad behaviours, improvements, all that. Everything's like ticking every box, which is great.
It's a 1 week program?
Yeah, 1 week program. Yeah. So I'm shifting away from that now. Like, it's sort of, there's a lot of trauma involved in prison as well. And I think it's just time to just shut that door completely and then just focus on working. So there's a few other lived experience guys that I'm mates with that have gone through different lives of adversity. Again, most of them found themselves into drugs, then criminality, and then prison, and then had the same sort of outcome. They're like, fuck this is shit. And then, so we're sort of working on a lived experience sort of program where we can, I'll probably stick clear of going back into prisons for a while just because I hate it. But we want to sort of work on programs that we can deliver, or like other ways of supporting people that are going into it or coming out of prisons as well. So we've got about 5 of us at the moment, but there's quite a diverse experience and history amongst that 5. So for me, I might just appeal to a certain demographic or certain people, but if we get more people to do that too, because you look at like youth crime, right, and most of the people that I've seen that have done most adult life in prison all started in juvie. And it's like once they're in the cycle and in the system, it just keeps going and going and going, and it's just like, it's a waste of life. Like, it's, don't get me wrong, there's a prison has its place, and then some people I met like should never leave it. But not everyone that goes in is bad, everyone makes mistakes, some more than others. I know I've made my fucking fair share of them. And and that's the thing too, like, no one can use my past against me. I'll look anyone dead in the eye and own every fuck up I've ever made, every mistake I've ever done, and just feel like I'm doing my best now to fix it. Like, I'll try and right every wrong where possible. But if some things can't be fucking fixed, so just do your best to always win-win outcomes, just be good by other people, and just try and lift it, like, instead of dragging people down, like, and that's the way I looked at it, is like selling drugs, you're poisoning the community. You're like, I never sold ice, like I'd use it heavily, but like I never sold it. But it's sort of like still cocaine. I rationalised like, everyone's buying it, doing it, like it's fun. It's where it started. Yeah, exactly. So all these things, I'm look back on it now. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I was a junkie. Yeah, I was a drug dealer. Like, I've done some bad shit. I've also done some very good shit. But like, to own that bad shit and try and stop people in that path where they're getting worse and worse and worse. And like not everyone. Some people want to just keep doing it, but. You know, there are people that are in a certain point in their lives that are like, fuck, I can't get out of this. I can't get out of this. And it's like, you can.
Yeah.
Stop lying to yourself. And
well, it's an easy route, eh? It's like getting fat.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
The easy road is to keep doing the bad thing.
Yeah.
The hard thing is to make a change and to take the steps necessary to fucking diet and exercise, to get off the drugs and fucking get a job. Like those hard things are going to make your life a fucking 1,000 times better. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be a better person, a better parent, a better friend.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
And then that effort-based reward, that's what I found.
Effort-based reward, yeah.
It's sort of understanding that we're just dopamine junkies as humans. We're just constantly chasing dopamine.
Yeah.
And like drugs are the easy route for it. Or if you set goals, and this is where it starts, is like small wins, like make your bed in the morning. Just little wins quickly turn into bigger wins, and then before you know it, they're just racked and stacked and compound interest is added and you're fucking killing it.
Yeah. So the little win, like fucking, that reminds me of that. Was it the Navy SEAL dude that was make your bed?
Yeah,
make your bed.
Because if like you get up, you make your bed, you can have the fucking worst day on earth. You can come home, at least your bed's made. Like, you know, but or you go out and have the best day ever, and it's like your bed's still made.
Yeah. But it's like those little wins, like saying the little wins compile, but the same the opposite is true as well.
Absolutely.
If you're like, I'm going to go to the gym today, and then you don't, that's a little loss.
Yeah,
you've lied to yourself.
It's
You
like
failed.
Exponential curves on the other ways. Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit. I'm like, well, fuck, I didn't go to the gym, so I might as well get drunk. You know.
Yeah, and that's so even tips like I still have bad days now, and like if I have a bad day, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do like I've got like a few things I'll do. I'll go train. I'll go read a book. I'll do like 3 things that are like will make me 1% better for the next day. Or, you know, even if you've got to sit there for fucking an hour reading 3 pages of a book because you can't focus, you're still making that effort. It's like, I'm going to do this thing, so I'm going to do it. And then you do it and you get a little bit of a dopamine tick. You're like, all right, cool. Tick that one off and then start afresh tomorrow. So
yeah, that's good.
So when I got out, my goal was to create a landscaping business that would do over $1 million in revenue within 10 years. And we hit that in 2.5. And not only that, we won an award last year for the best Brisbane inner cities landscaping company, and we're 3 times finalists in the industry awards night. And like that for me was just massive success. Like money doesn't really matter to me. It's sort of like the accomplishment and achievements. And we've worked on some amazing projects too, and it's given me the skills to now reno our joint. Yeah. Got a full setup, excavator, machines, trailers, everything. Every tool you could think of, it's sick. It's so cool.
How many people you got working for you?
So we had up to 7. We closed down back in March. Once we decided, like, obviously what's happening in the world economy, we had a few clients pull out, and you know, the red tape with construction in particular and taxes and all these things, I could just see the writing on the wall, Mike. And we were in a pretty good financial position at that point, and we did the math on it, and I had a heart attack at the end of last year just from the stress of working 18-hour days. I'd be up at 4, going to bed at 10, like just non-stop quoting, fucking backtracking, everything, like back costing, planning jobs, doing orders, and just like, it's just the weight of the world. I was like, fuck, like I can't do this. Like I could have kept going, but I'm like, how many heart attacks do I want to risk? And I had a client earlier this year, and he's had 4 strokes, and over the course, like, he's absolutely killed it now, but I sort of was chatting to him. It was the last big project we did. And I was like, look, we could sell our investment property. We could rent and do this, and we could literally buy a property outright and then start afresh and, you know, then go from there. And he's just like, honestly, man, if I had my time again, I was in your boat, just do it. And so, like, obviously we've been trying for a family. We're now pregnant, first trimester. So,
congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, first time. So,
nice.
It's funny, hey, like
it'll be a girl, I bet.
A girl? I've got a feeling it'll be a boy. Or twins.
Nah, people like you and me, we have girls.
Yeah. Well, because the EMF and all that sort of stuff around, or
EMF.
Oh, like, have you heard of that? The Tankies curse.
Oh no.
No, it's like a in the army, like it's all the EMF and radio freaks. So like they reckon it can mess with you. So everyone, most of my girls, like
no, they call it the fighter's curse. People that grow up in the backgrounds like us, always have girls. To soften us up a bit.
Oh, we'll see. Whatever it is, I'll take whatever we can get. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It's it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and recently we've also started a demolition business too. Slow burn on that one, so I've got all the qualifications, everything like that. Just need the experience now to then go off and get the WorkSafe license. But the way I figure with the demo business is now with the budget changes, the only way to incentivize investing is to buy old houses, knock them down, and rebuild.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a bit of a gap there where an opportunity to work in residential demolition. It's not going to be a full-time sort of gig. We'll just subcontract it out. But we're sort of looking at doing a few little things like that where it's not committed to one business going nuts, like doing smaller stuff. So it's a bit better on the old ticker and a bit more, work-life friendly.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was found. Like it's when you commit to something non-stop with a business in a relationship, it's sort of one thing's got to take preference over the other.
Yeah.
And the business was just consuming me and whatnot. So now I'm sort of looking at heading into this space of helping others, doing what I can to make things better in the world.
You've got that service, the desire to serve, like a lot of veterans do.
Yeah, I think it's like one of the core values most people that go in the military have. Is service.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Most of the people you talk to always want to do something for other veterans or other people when they get out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this.
Yeah, this is brilliant too. It gives veterans a platform to speak their story and
connect with others.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So down in New South Wales, is that like a veteran thing or anybody thing? Just with the home.
It's just for me and my wife and family now. So we're buying bulk land, and we want to also do agritourism as well. So.
Like showing people how to do the farm stuff.
Build a few Airbnbs around this if we get the land that we want. Wait and see what happens. But basically, have a couple Airbnbs where people can come over. You can teach them homesteading, organic gardening practices. Because a lot of, like, you look at half the food we eat now, it's just dog shit, like poison and this and that. It's like and the organic food rise at the moment, it's happening, and people they don't know how to grow it. So it's like I figured out a lot of techniques in prison, like even with like car tires and potatoes. Like you just get one car tire, put a potato plant, get it growing up, bang, another one. And the next thing, when it's done at the end, you just boot it over and you got 100 potatoes.
Yeah, right.
You can grow it in a small little space like that. I think, if you're running things like that, even, raising animals and farming and herding, stuff like that. Or if people just want to Airbnb and do that, because if we get enough land, then it makes it more enticing to people like, we've got a waterfall here, nice Airbnb, sauna.
Yeah.
So got some big dreams with it. We've just got to get there first.
That'd be good. You're looking forward to getting off the grid and out of the
sort of just get away from the hustle and bustle and the rat race. And still obviously we laid off our guys earlier in the year, which was rough, but we've still kept the business there and we'll just do exclusive jobs. So we're not actively seeking, we're not trading at the moment, but we've got it there. So if a job pops up that one isn't going to break the back or the bank, or isn't too tricky, we'll still do those. And just keep working on basically, doing work where we can around the spot. And I want to see what work I can get into down in New South Wales that be involved in that veteran community to help others as well. And
it's awesome. I think. The city life is not good for a lot of it. Like the sitting in traffic and just getting frustrated at everything and angry and drinking too much and just being a fucking triggered.
And the temptation too. It's
temptation, pubs everywhere.
Because we were first living in the valley, right near the showgrounds. It was great too, because once I got out, I was like, nah, those days are done. And, obviously being on parole for the charges I was on, I've had the undercover crime squad guys pull us over and search the car a few times. And I'm like, go nuts, boys. You can pull me over any time. Go hard. And then, after the third time, they've just stopped. They've just left us alone. So, and they just said, look, we might do it again. I'm like, sweet, go hard whenever you want. It's cool.
Here's a spare key.
Go nuts.
Help yourself.
Go hard. So, I'm just I'm looking forward to getting out of the the constant stress and pressure, and obviously I understand building this new bit's going to have its own challenges and complexities as well. But I'm excited for it too, which will be good.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Awesome. It's a very fucking feel good story from rags to riches.
Yeah, and I guess big thing I wanted to sort of share too, like with addiction as well, is there's an analogy I heard early on in my recovery that really, really shaped the way I viewed it. So obviously injecting drugs, statistics of people that actually stop it is fuck all. But the way I heard this analogy, it's like, imagine your recovery is a video game. So like Call of Duty, for example, you're cruising through your levels, you know, you're learning things, getting new weapons, getting all these things, like leveling up skills, going through your levels. You know, you might die here and there. Dying's relapse. But as you go through the game and you keep going on and time passes, you're making through multiple levels. When you die down here, do you go back to the start of the game?
No, you restart that level.
You're just back onto that last checkpoint. So all that work from there, from when you first started to there, isn't undone. It's just something's happened between there and there where you've made a mistake, and it's sort of being raw and honest with yourself and being like, okay, I had a thought, I messaged a person that I shouldn't have messaged, and I gave in. And if you can sort of like, and early on, like I relapsed a fuckload of times, like an insane amount of times early on, and now it's just like it becomes a distant memory over time. But when you can sort of just go, okay, I've relapsed for a reason. There's something's fucked out between the last one and now, and then it's like be raw, and it could be a multitude of reasons. It could be just one singular one. It could just be just a weak moment. But if you can identify what that one was, you just crack on through the game, you know, and then you just keep going. So that's, once you're an addict, you're pretty much always an addict. You just got to replace that addiction with something else. So for me, it's keeping busy with business work, renos, house with all these things. Like if I'm quiet and not doing anything, bad juju. No good. No good. No good.
You know what I find my mum, my biological mum was a fucking alcoholic and changed that addiction to religion. I find that's a big one. Is addicts will often go to the church, and swap one addiction for another. Yeah, more healthy, obviously.
Yeah. Well, we and that's something too. Like we found God too. Both me and my wife last year, Christian now. And like, I guess for me too, like saying that, like if you've seen some of the tattoos I have on me, in my 20s, man, I was like nose to nose with the devil. Me and him were like that. We were homies, you know.
Would have burst into flames if you walked into a church.
Yeah, I'll show you after the podcast so you can have a good laugh. I don't think it's a podcast worthy, but fuck, man. But yeah, and I think having faith in something bigger than you, and then that sort of started in prison too. I remember just being drawn to like a higher power or something, and just begging, like, just give me a chance. I will work my ass off for it. Like, I know it's not going to be an easy run, but, and then sort of opportunities pop up, and then if you just got to jump on it and just have this faith that everything will work out and everything's working out in your favor. And like anything that bad that happens, it's not necessarily bad. It's like there's a lesson in it. And, where school gives you lessons, then gives you a test, where life works the other way around. It will test you, then teach you a lesson.
Yeah, true.
That's why I perceive it anyway. So.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was thinking about that video game analogy. There's also that one of like success, where it's not like this.
No, it's like an exponential. So it's sort of like and even for a period of time, you'd be like cruising, then you go backwards, and you're losing money and shit, and you think, fuck, is this worth it? And then usually it's the point where everyone gives up, and they're like, oh fuck, this isn't for me. If you just hang on that little bit more, then it's just straight up.
That gold mining or diamond mining meme, where he's like fucking chipping away, and he's like one chip from breaking through to the fucking big cavern of diamonds, and he's like, fucking give up.
That's what I look at. It's like, just go right till you literally cannot give anymore. Like till you're down to your last $10, till you're down to your fucking last little bit of energy. Like just go, and eventually you'll just hit that breaking point, and it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Because you regret the things you don't do, or the things that you don't commit to as well. Like, yeah,
that's it. Fuck, choose your regret. Like, you want to get to get to later in life and regret never trying, regret trying or regret never trying.
Yeah. Yeah, and failures.
Fuck, I gave it a go, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Or fuck, I wish I had tried. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that regret of never trying is much worse than trying and not succeeding.
Exactly. And 9 times out of 10, if you want to do something, and then like even if it seems impossible or like your logical brain can't make sense of it, and you just commit to it, it generally works out anyway. You just got to just stay at it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Consistency, right?
Yeah.
Consistency will get you 90% of things if you just fucking
stay at it.
Yeah, stay at it. Eventually you're going to have that conversation or meet that person or just that one thing, that one time that's going to change everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, like a lot of, I guess, like a lot of people are like, they're afraid of getting help too. They're like with psychs and stuff. So I still see psych ongoing and working on things like that. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, I'm fine. I'm sweet on that. It's just, there's nothing wrong with getting help too.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, and even like when you go off and eventually, like I wouldn't be where I am today without the help of other people. Like the support I've had from a variety of people, like even to get my builder's license for the landscaping stuff, that was a fucking nightmare. So I was sent through the submissions. I wrote my own submissions saying like, yes, I do have a criminal record. Like, because it was we're talking about like caveats before with stuff like that. Went through the process of QBCC, thought I nailed it in the first one. And then they came back and they were just pretty much like, we are going to refuse this. Like, we're based on this. We think you're going to bash clients if they don't pay the invoices. I'm like,
oh, fuck.
I was like, fuck. And then all these things, I was like, I'm actually doing the right thing now. So I was seeing Psych at the time. He wrote any recidivism reports. I had like 36 character references from past clients, friends, like people well up within, the guys that was doing the prison program with, all like everything, and then came back again. And then they were like, we want you to explain more stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. Went back and got that. Submitted like a massive amount of like, I think it was overall about 120 something pages of like submissions we gave to QBCC. And they came back and they're like, oh, sweet, here you go, here's your license.
Oh, no.
So even for that, it's just like, things that are deemed impossible, even like the prison stuff, going into prison, it's like I'm the first person that's on parole to be given an unescorted visitor's pass to go run programs inside Queensland correctional facilities. Like it's impossible. It doesn't happen. And like the next one's travel. If I can somehow jag a travel trip. But if not, it's 2 years to go and I'll just travel there, We'll see how we go.
Well, you have to wait. Oh, like international.
Yeah.
You need to wait 10 years till after the sentence to fucking travel.
Oh, pretty much there. Because I had next year will be 10. I think so. Yeah, was it 2017? Yeah, next year, 2017, I was arrested. But it might be off the convictions. I'll have to check. But I did speak to parole, and there's that Timor Awakening program that they run.
Yeah,
If you heard of that, they gave the thumbs up for that. If I was to get on there too. So
yeah, nice. That's good. There'd be countries that wouldn't care.
Yeah,
surely.
Commonwealth, I think. Commonwealth countries.
Yeah, you can't go to fucking Canada or America. No.
That's right. I've been there on that.
I got done drink driving when I was like 20, and I was going to Canada because my partner was Canadian. I was going to Canada all the time, and I must have been there like fucking 6 times after I got done drink driving.
Yeah,
and just fucking went through, and then like on the 7th time, I was at the baggage carousel in Vancouver, and this fucking customs agent was walking up person to person, passport papers, please, and then fucking gets to me, and that's right. He's like, passport papers, and as he's looking, he's like, do you have any criminal convictions in your country? And then he gets to me and he goes, you got any criminal convictions or drink driving in your country? And I was like, yeah, drink driving. And he's like, come with me, and took me out the back, and then fucking they took me back to the departure lounge and fucking sent me home.
Fuck off, really? No.
I was like, what the fuck? I've been here for the last 5 years. Like, that was 5 years ago. And he's like, well, you can refuse your entry and you can go home now, or you can fight it. But if you lose, which you will,
it was
you can never come back to the country. It'll be on your record. Otherwise, you just you take this, and you don't come back for 5 years until the 10 years is up.
Yeah.
And then you could say,
Yeah.
I had to wait 5 fucking years before I could go back.
Oh, spewing. Yeah, because that's sort of like I think of like maybe do some Asia or full holidays like that where we can. But
Yeah, I don't think they.
Asia's
check
fine.
that
I
shit,
think
yeah.
South America's fine.
No, because you don't even. Oh, you do see a customs agent, but it's just to fucking get your passport
Yeah,
stamped.
stamp. See you later. Off you go.
Yeah, they just want to make sure you're not there too often.
Yeah,
They don't care if you come. They just
Exactly.
want to make sure you're not fucking trying to live there.
Yeah.
You were here last month. What are you doing back?
Yeah. Dodgy shit up. You up to?
Yeah, that's it. Fucking running gangs over there. Cool, man.
Yeah. I think. What else is there?
What else? Fucking good story, dude. Good on you for fucking sorting it out, turning your life around. That's like you said, hopefully inspires or lets people know.
Well, yeah, it's like if one person can hear it and just be like, hey, I can pull myself out of a really shit situation, addiction to like, and like I've hit every depth, darkness of addiction that you could possibly get to, and it's not a fun place to be at all. Yeah.
Sucking dick for.
No, didn't get that far. Didn't get that far.
Not every depth.
Not every day. just about every day. But like, and at the time you think my life's fucked. Like I can't get out of this. Like it's only bad from here. And it just confirmation bias that you're on the right path to stay in addiction. But it's not like it's you do an addiction, you're taking drugs to generally self-medicate and to cope. So you're not feeling the shit or you're not thinking the stuff, or you can, you can sleep or fuck knows whatever, like whatever you rationalise and justify in your head to do it, you're going to keep doing it. But if you can realise that it gets bad, the longer you stay in that world and the longer you keep doing drugs, like it's kind of like imagine a big spiral, right? And when you're doing drugs, it's an easy route and it's small, it shortens at the base, and that's the opportunities in life. It's like it just becomes all drugs. But when you do the opposite and start doing hard things like ice bars, getting up at time, like setting strict, what actually happens is you start going upwards, and it's the upward spiral that no one really talks about. And when you're on that is the fucking good one to be on, because then like as this thing starts getting bigger, like the opportunities start coming in, you start attracting more good things in your life. And it's sort of like wherever your focus goes, energy flows.
Even as little as friendships, right? You go from fucking people you can't trust, people that stab you in the back, looking over your shoulder, to people you can fucking love and will support you, and
and you can just be like, and they know your struggles, they know your journey, and then like having like that support where you can be like, hey, I'm having a rough time, like this and that, and
they'll be there for you. And
instead of the ones like, hey, let's go fucking have a few of these ones. And it's like, nah, mate, like come on, like it's just like let's go for a run, or let's go for a workout, go for a good feed, or go to the beach, or
so that old saying. Nothing tastes as good as being fit feels.
Exactly.
Like, same sort of thing. Like when you're talking about that upward trajectory, like nothing that you do to self-medicate feels as good as what all of the success and happiness and friendships and fitness and ice baths and
just feeling good, like in yourself,
clarity,
and a lot of people, like myself included, is like you need a validation externally from other stuff, be it women or like all these things. It's like when you can learn to love yourself and be comfortable in your own skin and who you are and be authentically yourself, it's life becomes a lot better, and people can read bullshit when they see it. Like it's
and you're hiding shit, right? When you are a drug addict, you're hiding that. It's not like you're fucking telling everyone.
And that's the thing, the junkie lies, like you lie to your friends, you lie to your family, and the worst lies you tell are the ones to yourself that you're sweet. It's like, come on, mate. Like if you can't even be honest with yourself, who the fuck can you be honest with?
Yeah. And then when you turn it all around and you can acknowledge that you did those things and where you are now, and there's no more lies and no more bullshit, you just feel free, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of things I've done that I regret, and that just is what it is. But like if they didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am today, and it's sort of, and a lot of people like they hold on to shit in the past, and it's like we all make mistakes, accept it, like just leave it where it is, make amends where you can, and then just do everything possible to just do better from there.
Yeah. All the fucking dumb shit I did when I was younger, and all the mistakes I made, and the criminal activity, and fucking people I burnt, and losses that I had, and fucking didn't get what I wanted, and failed this and failed that, and I wouldn't be here if any of those things didn't happen or changed in some way. If I did get what I wanted at this point or didn't have that loss, I wouldn't be sitting here and have the life that I have now.
Exactly. And everything sort of happens for a reason, and there's silver linings and everything. And
yeah. It's just not letting those things hold you down.
Exactly.
Not copping those losses and going, fuck it.
Yeah, it's I'll always chase your losses. Fuck that. Just like something. Just usually the lesson in everything where it's like, okay, just stop. Just stop that. And
no, it's good, dude. Cool, man.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming.
No, thanks for having us.
No worries.
Awesome.
Peace.
Hey, Ma, I don't think that I'll be coming home for long. Got some internal horse to fight alone. Hey, Dad, sounds of planes and bullets won't leave me alone. So I try to close my eyes and drown the noise. Hey, God, been a minute since the last time that we spoke. You know I ain't the best to keep in touch for long. Please tell Mom and Dad I'm gonna miss them when I'm gone. Make sure they know they've never been at fault. So please, Mom, don't you cry. You know that I was born to die. I know you'll keep me in your prayers and hope I make it home alive. Oh, hey, Dad, remember that young boy you once taught how to fight? He's scared of death and still regrets his weakness, makes you pay the price. Oh, brothers, I'm so sorry, I'm the one that made it home. I should be 6 feet under on my own. Hey, Dad, to spending millions gearing me up for some war, but not a penny helping me come home. Lord knows there's no going back to normal anymore. Been 3 long tours, so fighting's all I know. So sad these politicians don't know greed comes at a cost. Then wonder why the hell I feel so lost. So please, Mom, don't you cry. You know that I was born to die. I know you'll keep me in your prayers and hope I make it home alive. Oh, hey, Dad, remember that young boy you once taught how to fight? He's scared of death and still regrets his weakness, makes you pay the price.